everyone, this is Terry from terryscraftroom.com. Today we're going to learn how to put together this beautiful peony and make this beautiful peony card with our new Prized Peony Bundle. I'm going to explain all of these dies. You get 17 dies with this die set. So the first thing you need to see is you get this really cute border, okay, and then these dies cut out your flowers that are part of your stamps. Here, right here, and right here. So right there, those are easy to see what they do. Now the ones on the other side, let me put these back because we all know if we don't put our dies back, they end up going missing. I lost a bee in one of my letter sets for weeks and weeks, and I finally found it hidden amongst my Whisper White cardstock. How it got there, don't ask me. So the rest of the dies we have make our flower and our leaves. Okay, so these four make the flower. And then you have 3 leaves. 1, 2, 3. And then you have pieces that go with the leaves that make a shadow on the leaf. Okay? And then this is the center of your flower. And I'll show you that with this. These are the cutouts here. So right here, right here, 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 and then the leaves, I've got the leaf with its shadow right next to each other. And what I mean by leaf and shadow, here's one put together. The way we're going to put our flower together is we're going to go from smallest and then to largest. And if you can see, each one of these has an opening. And what we're going to do is we're going to tuck this one inside this opening, and then these two inside this opening. And you see this right here? They all have the same shape on the bottom. And so we're going to be lining up that shape. And I'll show you here just a minute. But first we have to, in order for it not to be all Whisper White, I'm going to do some shading on my flower. So let me bring in a piece of scrap paper here. And we're going to do some sponging. And today I am using our Petal Pink ink. And what I'm doing, since peonies tend to be darker towards the center of the flower, I'm going to ink up the centers of my petal, or the centers of my die, and not ink the edges. But I want to ink along that cutout as well. And I think I'm going to tip the edges of my flower here too. Just to give it and we don't need to do the bottom because except for this front one, all the bottoms are going to be tucked behind. Okay. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do before we start tucking things together is we're going to do a little shaping. And what I'm doing is I'm grabbing this petal right here, and I'm going to, so it's this part right here, and I'm going to shape it out. Just like that. Can you see how I shaped that out there? So once again, I'm going to grab right here and shape it out. Just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of, so you can see that. And again, just shaping a little bit out there. And this one's really hard to shape. Maybe I'll just kind of shape the ends, the back ends here. And the fronts there. There we go. Okay, now, so we have, this one's our smallest one. So we're going to take this one, and I'm going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal. And this is our newest, let's get this out of the way here. And this is Stampin' Up's new snail runner, tape runner. And I love it. I really love it. So I put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the front of this smallest piece. And I'm going to take this smallest piece and I'm going to tuck it right inside where these two, and this is probably the hardest piece to do that, right inside where these two are split. And then I'm going to line, see how these two are the same shape? I'm going to line them up and stick them together, just like that. And there's the beginnings of our flower. Now I'm going to take the next one, and I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on it and do the same thing. I'm just going to tuck it right inside. Whoops. And then line it up. Just like that. Now this last one, the piece you're looking for is this big dip here, and you're going to line this up here. Okay? But the hardest part is you're not going to be able to put a big piece of tape runner there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of glue dots, get my glue dots, on the back side of this biggest flower. I'll put one on either side of that dip, and then maybe one a little bit further to the side there. There we go. And then we're going to tuck this in again, and if I could stop having the dropsies, tuck this in and line it up right there with the rest. Just like that. And there, just like that, we have our flower. Isn't that gorgeous? And the last part of our flower is our little flower center. And that is going to get tucked in right. Okay, so the first spot that we, So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this piece right here is the smallest piece, the first piece we tucked in. So right there is where we want to tuck this piece in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of wet glue and put it on either side of it so that when I tuck it in, it just kind of sits there. Just like so. And there we have our flower. Isn't that cool? Easy peasy once you know how to do it. Those dies are a little bit daunting when you first look at them because there's so many. There's 17 dies in this set. And what do you do with which one? But once you see how they go together, it's just that easy. So let's finish putting our card together. So on the inside of our card, what I'm going to do is we're going to take this right here and let's mount it and get our petal pink again. And my scrap paper. And I'm just going to stamp off once and then just put that down in the lower corner here. Just a little. Maybe I'll put some in the upper corner too. Yes, I think I like that. So there's the inside of our card. And this piece of cardstock is 5 1/4 by 4. And then we've got our card base, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. We've got our first mat, which is 5 1/4 by 4, so it's the same size as our inside piece. And then I've got a mat that is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So let's put that together. And since I only have my paper, my white paper is only 1/8 of an inch smaller than my petal pink paper, you only have a very small border there, which is what I was looking for. Okay. There we go. Now I took a piece of foil paper, and this one happens to be galvanized, which is retired, but I used the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder, and I embossed the foil paper. So here's what it looks like when it's embossed. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to just put that. We need to put our sentiment on here. I should have stamped that before we got this far, but so we want it to be like right there. Okay. And then we're going to put our foil on. Okay. And then we're going to, well, let's go ahead and put our inside on. Okay. Now we need our flowers. And I've already put 2 flowers together just to save time. So this little thing goes right up this side of the flower. So you just need a little bit of glue. There we go. And we'll shape our flowers. Or, I'm sorry, shape our leaves. But you can see how the leaves are two-toned because of that extra die cut there. And you could, if you wanted to, die cut them both out of the same color of paper and make them just for dimension. So what I am going to do is this big piece here, we didn't put any glue right here, so see how it comes up? So as I'm gluing the back of this to glue it down, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue underneath there just to hold everything down. And then there we go. And then we'll just glue our leaves on. And tuck them under. Okay, and then we're going to use, to finish it off, the Elegant Faceted Gems. I don't know if you can see, so we have clear, we have kind of a frosty white, and then this color looks like petal pink. And so we're going to use the petal pink today. And I'm going to pick them up with my pick me up tool. To finish everything off. And if you wanted to, you could, and I think I will, use some Winkostella on your petals just to give it a little bit of, and you know, if you're going to do this, you probably could do this before you put all the petals together. To get good coverage of your Winkostella, but you know, this works too. And there we have our beautiful peony card. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you do, please hit the like button and check out the written instructions over at terryscraftroom.com. I'll have the links down below in the description box. And please subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.